All right, I'm here with Luciano for his deck profile. Tell us what you played at YCS Raleigh.
Uh, we finished up a YCS Raleigh a few weeks ago. First time we've been together since then, and we're gonna do a deck profile for what I played. I played a Reasoning Gate Turbo. Um, yeah, won two playmats. The Super Nimble Manga.
Super Mega Nimble Hamster.
That card, don't even know what it is because it's not a GOAT card, but I'll show you all what I played. Played the Dark Magician of Chaos.
Super Mega Nimble Hamster.
Played one BLS, two Sorcerer. A lot of people play three, but I like two. It's just if you draw too many of them, then you have dead hands. Played the one Jinzo. Won me a lot of games. Just negate their traps for the turn and then just go all out with the extra boss monsters. I played this card. It was a great card. You can target their set monsters, spells or traps. You can target it for cost, and then if they let you flip the coin and you destroy, they cannot respond to it. So this card did really well, and it's a dark, and I brought it back so many times with Dimension Fusion. Then I played the one Air Knight for any of the GOAT decks. I drew off of this card a lot. I did a lot of piercing damage. There were a lot of times though it got stolen by Snatch Steal, but there were times when I just got it back playing just any of the spot removal cards or brain control and getting it right back to my side of the field. And then I only played two Crane. I think two is great. Same idea with the Chaos Sorcerer. Like, just you don't need too many. I think my new thing is two is almost like a magic number in GOAT format. Like two of everything pretty much works out. Next, I played a lot of the draw cards. Pretty much every draw card you can play. I played the Pot of Greed, the Graceful Charity, two Upstarts, and the Card Destruction. I play this game one, but I always side it out if I'm playing against Chaos or pretty much anything that I know will help out my opponent. So that gets sided out a lot. But it does win me a lot of games. There's one game where it came all the way down to the last 5 cards. I played this card, and the last 5 cards were exactly what I needed to draw to beat my opponent. I played this to get back my boss monsters from the graveyard. This wins you a lot of games too. It just gives you like an extra chance to banish cards and then bring it back with Dimension Fusion.
That's a really good card.
Yeah, this was great. It did everything I needed it to. This was a lot of people, as soon as I play Reasoning, they call 8, and that's fine as long as I have another chance to play my Dark Magician of Chaos. And then the Snatch Steal and the Brain Control. I like stealing their monsters so that way I can either tribute for the level 6s or just tribute them playing Monster Gate. And I played the 2 Metamorphosis. Sometimes you want to get an extra turn in, so you play Thousand Eyes, and like normally it takes them 1 turn to get rid of it, and most of the time when you have 1,000 Eyes on the field, you're not dying that turn. So it gives you 1 extra turn. Best card in the entire deck. I bought one of these there at the event. I wasn't going to play this deck, but then I bought the 3rd copy and I ended up playing the deck. I'm glad I did. The games were really fast. I did a lot of 2-0s, and if I ever do another Time Wizard event, I will play this deck just so that way I can blast through the rounds and just destroy my opponents.
How do you like 3 Dimension Fusion? Or like, do you think 2 would have been fine, or do you like having the 3rd?
I would play 6 if I could, because if you draw this, I don't care what my banish zone looks like. All that matters is that I have this card, and I know eventually I'll start banishing my cards.
Yeah, I mean,
this card is just way too good. There's times where I mill it, and I wish I didn't, but then you kind of just play with what you have, and hopefully you have enough monsters to destroy your opponent. Yeah, another thing about the Metamorphosis and this card, there were so many times where I would Metamorphosis my DMOC, make Gatlin Dragon, destroy their entire field, and then resummon the DMOC with this, and potentially make whatever else I want, get any other resources I want, or make another 2nd Gatlin Dragon, just to ensure I destroyed everything. Then 3 Reasoning. Everyone called 8 all day long. They hardly ever called 4. But then once they started seeing me playing 2 6s, they called 6 a lot. But yeah. And then played 3 Monster Gate, I like stealing their monster first and then playing this. That's the best way of using it. And then obviously with the scapegoats, like if you see this turn 1, that's exactly what you want to see. I flip this almost sometimes before I see this, just depending on my matchup. If they're playing a Zero Priest or anything that would destroy the whole field. And I play my 3 like board wipe removal things. All these cards are great. Like I don't play 3 of this. It's just like the same thing. Like I like 2 ofs if it's not that great. This is a great card, but seeing too many of it at one time is not great. For consistency, this helped me out a lot. The Jar of Greed, they would target it, I'd play it, and sometimes this would protect my scapegoat. I would have this set and scapegoat. They would target this, and my scapegoat would stay active for the next turn so I can still use it. And then I played one called the Haunted to just get my Demock back, or Aeronite or the Crane, just so I can get more resources and draw more cards. And then this card just won me games. I would summon huge monsters and then target it and destroy my opponent. Yeah, the extra deck is every fusion you can play. And then for the side deck, I played the Aeronite. I side in for Goat. If they're playing Goat, I side that in and just make sure I kill them as fast as possible. Like that's all this deck does, is just destroy your opponent as fast as possible. But if they have too many Goat tokens, you can't really just beat over all of them and give them extra turns to live. So you put this in and do piercing damage. I didn't side pretty much anything else in this entire extra deck, except maybe one more card. But these are for like warriors. If I know that they're gonna try to kill me really fast, I don't side this in against Chaos because I know I have a few turns against them. But yeah, this is for warriors. We did not see many warriors. I guess I did side this in against Chaos Turbo a couple times. I got lucky and targeted their Faith and drew a few more cards because I had Graceful Charity in the grave. And then this was for mostly warriors, so I can steal it and use it to my advantage. The Lightning Vortex for warriors, I didn't really put this in at all. This is in case I needed more spot removal off the field. There's a few burn players, and I'd rather just get all their threats out of the way and just make sure I can go in for a clean attack. And then like more warrior hate, just in case I had to go against them. Just clear all their stuff. This is for me and my opponent. This gives me an extra turn to destroy my tokens, but then also clear all their stuff. So yeah, the last thing I just want to say about this card was it was a fucking baller ass card and won me a lot of games.
Where'd you get the inspiration to play that card?
One night I woke up and just realized that I was not a bitch and wanted to play this card.
Wow.
All right, and then what won me a few games was Royal Decree. There's one point where I won with this card in the finals. I was playing against Chaos Turbo. I went first. Luckily, I drew one, and I just activated on 3 of his back row, and they were all traps, luckily. And yeah, I mean, everyone there at the event, they were great players. As far as my deck goes, I would not have changed anything. And like I said, if I ever play again at a Time Wizard event, I'll play this deck. You can just speed through the 8-man brackets, either win really fast or potentially lose really fast. At that point, you can just sign into another bracket and hopefully win. But yeah, great time.
What were your matchups throughout the weekend?
It was a lot of Chaos Turbo. There was one guy who was like a Chaos Warrior, and that's when I used my brain controls a lot. I played against this one Chaos Turbo guy who was really good. He sided in Tiger King Wangoos against me. I wasn't able to do anything. He actually beat me one of the brackets I was in. It was the finals. I was feeling really good.
Bam.
It was just...
I think he 2-0'd you.
I might have gotten 2-0'd. However, I don't remember that match that very well. But anyway, it was a great event, and I can't wait to go to my next one.
Nice.